Hello, here we go. Gonna be a live video chat show. So it's Saturday night. So I'm a few minutes early. So let's get my iPad up and running. Get over here on my channel. Let's see how I can do it. Try this one, and this one, and this one. So let's see if that'll work. Okay, here we go. I got some new pencils since I like to use them. I thought I bought me a case to put my pencils in. And here's the new pencils. But I got the ink tints, which is what I like. And I like the pencils that I got, but they don't have all the colors of the rainbow in them. So I'll have to look and see. This is a tray of blue and greens, and then there's a tray of this has got kind of, they're light greens and gold, or the color yellow gold, and it goes into like a dark oranges into browns, and there's a few little like plum colors in here, and a dark red brown, but there's not any yellows or red or bright oranges. So I'm going to have to go in online to finish my set. And then this has got a couple of more greens and some browns. There's black and these gray, and then there's an extra black and white. There's a black and white pencil in there. So so that's the lineup on these pencils. So I thought, well, I will see if I can't put them in my book and get that started. So we want to do I'm going to start here with the blues. And see if we can't put these in here. Let's see who's in the room tonight. Hi, everybody. Sharon, and there's Danny. Hi, Danny, Manny. Hi. And there's Margaret and Lynn. Good afternoon, good evening. So good to see you, Lynn, Sharon, and Margaret. And who else do we have in here? Janet Nash is here. Went to Walmart today, Lynn. Good. Got a new notebook to write your stories in. Good. Some new shoes for walking. Woohoo! Sounds fun. All right. Good to see everybody. A size 4 doesn't fit you anymore, huh? You're up to size 5 in kids. Well, you might have to grow up and get into the adult shoes. So I used to look in the women's, and then I'd go in the kids, and sometimes you can find men's that a style of in men's that you could wear. These are Margaret. These are Derwent ink tints. Derwent ink tints, and I'll have to try them out a little bit. So I'm going to look for me another set that has the red, orange, yellow, purple, and pinks. I don't have any purples. I've got a couple of little plums in here, but not purple. So, so, uh, so I'll save the first 2 pages for red, yellow, orange, and I'll start this one with blue. And I'm going to put them in this case. So I'm going to take, I guess I'll take all of these. These are going to be in the blue department. Peacock and lapis and nightshade. They all have names. Lagoon, violet, and violet blue. There's violet and violet blue and deep violet. So those 3 are kind of like in the purple family, right? So I don't know how I'm going to put them in this case except by putting them in. Just putting them in. So I'm hoping that I can fit them all in here. So I think there's 100 pencils, and this case will hold 300. So we'll have plenty of room to grow, and I might be able to incorporate my old Inktense pencils, some of those, and mix them in with the blues and the such. So we'll see how that'll work. But I'd like to have all these blue ones in here. And then we get into the greens. So we're definitely going to use these tonight, these colors. And I haven't tried them out yet, so I'll do a couple of swatches here. We'll do some swatches. This shouldn't take me too long to put them in here. So I've got it roomy. It's going to be roomy a little bit here. So that's going to be the blue page, and then I'm going to have a green page. So we'll have all kinds of fun tonight with these. But I didn't see anything on the front that says anything of like a shade. It's just Inktense. They don't have a scale of color in them. So I'll have to find out how to get active color technology, made in Britain. But I'd like to have the, like I said, more red, orange, and yellows. So we'll see. And of course, I will not be doing a. I won't do a swatchy thing. I don't do swatches. I'll just show a few things on the on a piece of scrap paper, and that'll be it. Yes. Do you love these? Okay. So anyway, I'm not keeping the dewlattes. Now these are kind of in a limey green, and to gold. So I'm going to put these over here. And I guess you could call some of those in a yellow tone. Uh, there's a lime. And then these this one just says gold and Sicilian yellow in the yellow tint. And then we're going into these more gold browns and these shades. So I'm just going to put them in the book. Let's see, which way am I going? Of course, now that I've got them put in, I'll probably I'll probably rearrange them later on. I might have to rearrange them, but we'll see. We'll see how this works. And of course, I love cans, putting my pencils in the cans. But this is a good way to color coordinate your your pencils, and then you would just take out how many you need to use. And we'll see how it works out. I'm not a professional colorist, but I I think it's a good upgrade for me to have these pencils. As Dee Dee would say, pencils. She sure would. But there's some mauve tones, kind of like a purpley mauve color. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. We'll see. And then these are browns. Let's see what that says here. Thistle brown, mauve. That says mauve. M-A-U-V-E, mauve, and dark purple. So that'll be interesting to see what colors they are. And that to me looks like a black. And it says dark purple. That is not purple. It doesn't look purple to me. So that is a purpley shade. That is a purpley shade. And this might be a dark, that says mauve, and that looks to me like it's dark purple. So, yeah, these aren't exactly what I would call the correct shades. So let's see here how we can do this. And it's brand new, so it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. And this one says Pink Flamingo. And it's like a coral. It's like a coral to me. Uh-huh. And then this one sort of looks like a pink. It says carnation pink. And it's a dark pink. It's more of a burgundy pink. Okay. So it'll take me a while to get used to these. So here's another purpley color. And of course they'll also will change a little bit when after you get them wet. They change. They will change colors when you get them wet. Now that turns more purpley when you wet it. So they do change. They do change a little bit when you wet them. That was the pink flamingo and the carnation pink and pink flamingo. So that's good. That I like them after you activate them. So okay, one more tray, and this one's not a full tray. It's not a full tray. It's just a halvesies. But there's some more green in here. There's a leaf green, spring green, and a fern. So those are greens. So I kind of want to put them over here on this side. Put them in the green section. More green. And that looks green. There's another green. That says oak. It's got a green tint to it. Mustard and tan and amber. Heavens to Betsy. That's a green. And the oak, I guess it's got a green tint to it too. It's a brownie green. And this one's got more green in it. The fern. Okay. Well, good to know. We got some pencils. Now these two is mustard and tan. Mustard. And it's got a goldy brown. And then this one is tan. So those two would go into the brown section. This one's got a yellow to it. And it's got a little bit more brown, but it's got a little bit of a greeny yellow to it. So it's a woodsy color. Okay. Let's see, which way am I going? And I'm probably going backwards. I don't guess it matters. Blue, green. And let's go with this one for the brown. Getting into the browns. Of course, my desk is not big enough. So, hi, Brenda. Well, hello, Dee Dee. Look at my new pencils. Fancy you coming in here. So I got me a 300 pencil case, and I bought the Derwent ink tints. And the first complaint that I have is that I didn't see any bright red, orange, or yellows. So I'm going to have to get another set to see if there's another set where I can get some more shades. And I've got room in the book to put them in. And so we're going to play with these tonight. And I like them because they're ink tints. And I was watching View last night, and we were hoot and hollering. I tell you, she's something else. If you all haven't watched View, you need to go and watch View. She is a girl on the missions. That is, she likes her missions and doing things. And I never did find out what she gonna do. She had a Dollar Tree book, and she was liking the book so well, but she took it apart. And I want to know what of her intentions. Is she going to make another book out using those pages, or is she going to use them to fussy cut out, or what is View going to do with that book that she deconstructed? That's what I want to know. So I just have this many more, and then we'll move on. So yeah. So I've got the front available for some more uh, vibrant. I want some more vibrant colors. There's the white one, and there's a black one. Ink black. I'll put the white and the black up here together. And I think there's another black. Charcoal gray. We'll put it up here. And these are the gray tones. We'll put them in a spot. So let's get a picture so that we can go right into our arting and draw something, and then we'll use what we have with these colors. And so I've got enough up in the front for red, orange, and yellow colors. And so here's my blues and my greens, and there's a few lighter shades in here that are limey, yellow lime colors. And if they look more yellowy, I will put them over in the yellow section. That's what I'm gonna color them, put them in the book like the rainbow. And then this is in this particular set, this is the orangey, and the gold would be the yellow golds, and there's some oranges, and there's some dark shades that they're considering in the red family, but they're not red. So I'm going to look for another set of these that have the other shades of colors. So I know it's just 100 of them there, and I'm limited. So, but anyway, we're going to still use them tonight, and I cannot keep the packaging. Although the tin is really kind of nice. Look how big the tin is. So I don't know what I would put in this tin, but I have thrown these away because you can't keep everything in your art room. But since this has got a little bit of depth, this might be a good project tin uh, when I'm going to be doing something. So that was my big spiel today. And I did buy some King's Gold. This is the King's Gold, which is a uh, colonial gold shade. And I bought some of the karaoke gold, my first bottle of the karaoke, karaoke. Uh, and I did use this the other night, and I'll show you the girl I did. I did this girl, and she's got gold highlights in her hair. So that was a lot of fun. And I'll show these to Dee Dee real quick. These are some of the other girls that I've done, or other pages of art. This has got a magazine with coloring pages and paint, and acrylic paint. This is a coloring page, and I did a landscape paper piecing in the background. That was fun. And then this came out of one of the girl books that I've gotten, uh, and she turned out real good. And she's all paint and pencils. And then this girl here, she is ink. I used my ink pads and some texture stenciling, and did this girl. I did her with Colleen, and then we're going to do a new one tonight. We'll do a new girl tonight. And we're using the Bambi book that Margaret got me, the Bambi book. And so this is one of my new books, Tamara Laporte. I got 3 or 4 uh, girls, whimsical girls. I got a Jane Davenport, whimsical girls that we can use. Maybe we can paint one of her tonight. I would love to tear this out and put it in my art book, except there's stuff on the back side. So, or art in this book. We can art in this book and use it as a coloring book and don't tear anything out. So this is a nice. We could do something in this book tonight. I haven't done anything in it yet, but it's got a lot of whimsical things. And of course, you know, when I do her, it'll be a combination of pencils and ink and paint and mixed media. So, but this is one of Jane's book, and I got another one over here. Here's another Jane Davenport that I got. I got these off of the Abris used books, and I got each one of these books for like $6.99, and I had to pay shipping, but I still got it cheaper than on Amazon. And when you go to the used books, they give you a choice if they have it new or used or good shape, medium shape. You know, they got those scales that they use, and these were new. I got them new, so there wasn't anything in missing from them. And but this is Fabulous Figures, and this will be a fun book to play in. I haven't done anything in it yet, and I've already got it marked to do paper dolls back here. We've got paper dolls pages in here. So I've decided I haven't done a paper doll trade this year. So we're going to do a paper doll trade and make paper dolls sometime in the first part of 2027. So, oh, Dee Dee was talking about to do a binder with them. Yes, yes. Um, and a lot of times, Dee Dee, she'll buy 2 of the books, and you keep one and tear one of them up, and stuff like that. But so far, I'm just painting out of them into my art journals. And there's a lot of cute things in Jane, and she likes mermaids. And then here's another Jane Davenport of just beautiful faces, and she teaches you how to do more facing, and so this is a good book to learn from. And then on Tuesday nights, Colleen and I are painting on Tuesday nights together, streaming together, and we're using um, this book, another book, and it's called Mixed Media Girls by Susie Blue, with Susie Blue. And we've already painted 2 or 3 girls, and that's where the girls come from that we've been doing. And when I do paint uh, one of these, when I paint out of this book, I put the date on my page that I painted, and then I put the date in this book to show that I've done it. And that way, I can tell, what I've done, what I haven't done, when we look at these books. And we did this girl the other day, and on one of these pages, I thought I put the date in the book that I did her. So, but anyway, these are fun books, and we did this one, and there's step by step instructions and tips and tricks and uh, details. And there's another mermaid, and so yeah, we did this girl here on July the 21st. So I try to put the date in here that I do these books. So these books are really nice, and I bought these not knowing what was inside of them. I just bought them from just the cover, and I went ahead and bought two or three, four of them here. So uh, so that's where I'm at with these books, and they'll last me for a long time. And I like to look at the pictures and then be inspired by that picture and try to do that and try to do all the details that she has done. And some of them are easier than others. And and in this book, I think a lot of the faces are very similar to each other, but she just changes the hairs and the eyes and the clothing on them. There's a couple of abstracts, like this would be a good doodle butterfly, a Zen butterfly, and that's fun to do. So let's see if I can't find another one in here that I might try tonight. And she's cute. There's an owl, and there's, like I said, there's step-by-step instructions in here on how to do some of these, and to help you along to do your work. So, but usually there's a girl in the beginning. This girl here. Here's a a yoga girl. Uh, she's cute. She's cute. Let's see here. And but I haven't looked through the books all the way through, and I love her because we get to do paper piecing with her. We can use the text paper for her dress and different things for the wings. And she looks like she's cut out of a magazine, and I do that kind of stuff too. I like to do that kind of stuff. And here's a girl. So I'm gonna try to do her. I like her. There's a whimsical house. Janet's going to bed. Okay, Janet, thank you for coming in. Hi, Val. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Marty. Good to see everybody. I'm glad you're here. So I'm showing off some of my books again that we've been painting out of for the past couple of weeks. I've already did her. I've got her dated, and you can do them. You can do them over and over and do different backgrounds and put different clothes on them or have them going in the opposite direction, stuff like that. And we did her last time. I did her Thursday. She turned out real cute. So let's try this girl tonight. And I'm gonna just jump right on in. And she looks like she has butterfly wings on her shoulders to make her look like an angel. So we might be able to do that with stickers. So let's see if we can't do her. Let's see. I know that this is her hair, and is this back here part of her hair? I'll have to make that up. Whatever, if that's part of her hair, maybe she's got it in a bun. So okay, sorry, I hit the camera and it's so loose. I'm gonna have to put some tape on it. So Show my legs off, huh? So anyway, I'm going to put this right over here so I can look at it. And I will take a picture and post it in the group so that if anybody wants to, give the book a shot, okay. I'll take a picture of it and post it in the group. If anybody wants to paint along, we can do that. And I'll show the front of the book. There's the front of the book. Create Your Life book. So, but it's mixed media art projects for expanding creativity and encouraging personal growth. And see, we could do her one day. We can do her. And I just love her. I love these girls. And I love the colors. I've got all those blues and greens in the new ink tints, the ink tints things, pencils that I got. So let me go over here in my Facebook group and put these two pictures in. Next. And post. So if anybody wants to paint along, you are invited, or if you want to do it tomorrow, that's good too. So yeah, okay. So there we go. It's in the Facebook group. So, and I took some of my pages and I glued them together. Well, I glued more together. Let's see what I've done back here. These are for another day. We're going to use, I'm not sure why I pulled that out for the cove. We're going to, that's what it is, and do another lighthouse page. That's what we did back here. So these two pages need to be glued together. Okay. So let's glue these two. This is a sketchbook, and it's got construction paper type of paper. It's not real construction paper. It's more sketchy, but it's thicker than a slick copy page. It's slicker. It's got a little bit of a tooth to it, and so I glued two of them together in this book, and this is my page protector. So we glue those together, and I'm a brave girl, and I will find my ink pen. Find my ink pen. It should be right here. And I've got the Posca pencils too, and I do like them. I like these Posca pencils. Here's my ink pen. So this girl is going to have big hair. So she kind of got a it's not an oval, it's more of a diamond point. And then her hair is parted, and she's got big hair. Like this. And I guess I'll just have it going down behind her back. Her hair. And then she's got a skinny neck, and then her shoulders, and then her arm goes off the page. And this book is really not big enough, but we're going to make it big enough. We'll get her dress, and then her other shoulder, her other arm, and she's got a. It's a whimsical. It's real sketchy. So her hair's going to go back behind her back, and then I'll see about finding some butterflies to put on her shoulder. I'll cut a butterfly in half, and she looks like she's got this crown on her head. Look at the crown. This is a crown. So I might be able to cut that out of some paper and put that on her head. And she's got soulful on her shirt. Soulful. And then I'll do her eyes. And I'm not a sketch artist, but I do give it a good shot. I'd give it my best shot. And I was told by Sharon's allowed to tell me what to do. I do allow you all to tell me what to do. She said I needed to make her eyelids, make more of her eyelids on the girl that I did Thursday. And I'm not quite sure what kind of eyes she's got, but we're going to try that. And then her eyebrow, we'll try that. And then her eye. Match it up a little bit. Give her and I did the nose on this other girl perfectly. I did it so good. It was the first time I've ever did the nose in a perfect manner. I did it so good. But Sharon wanted me to have more of an eyelid, and I was going to come back and add another layer of eyelid in there. But every time I do it, it's always different. It's always different, and it's never the same twice. So we're going to do her her nose, and then her lips, and I like to give. If you take her lips and just do a little tilt upward on the corners of her mouth, it makes her gives her uh, a happier look, like she's not in a bad mood or something. And that's my trick for mouths. All right, that's okay. I like that. So now we can do. Uh, I'm just going to give her angelic hands that just look like that. And then the rest we're going to do with pencils. And then on the background has got all kinds of doodling, and this paper is just not big enough. But when I do this in my bigger book, my bigger art journal, I'll have more time to do the background, and so what I did with this one is I went ahead and did the background, and then I painted on top of the background, and you can see the background coming through on her skin tone. And tonight we're going to try to make a, uh, we're going to try to make our girl in a with a melatonin look, as View would say. She give her some melatonin. And I do have some special pencils over here, and these pencils are skin tone. These are Fabric Castell book pencils, and they just have numbers on them. They're not labeled, but they're done with a black wood, so I can find them real easy. I love them, and there's about 8 of them or so, and these are color toned, skin tone pencils, and I like to use them if I can. So I'm sorry, my camera is glitching. There's something that it doesn't like. I'm not quite sure what, but there's yeah, they've all got and these are there's three sides to this pencil. They're not completely around. I like them a lot. They're really cool. And I've had these for a while, since last year, I guess. And that's all that I see in the black wood. So hopefully we'll find something in here to do her face. And so I want to do a little bit of her background, and I've been doing things like with my ink pads. It's kind of a new technique that I've been doing. Hello, everybody that's come in. I know I've missed some of y'all, but glad to have you here. So I've got these. I need green and blue. I bought these uh, brushes that Kellyanne enabled me to buy these, and I love them. They come in a little case like this, and I've got 10 of them, and they're all different colors, and you can use them in with your ink, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So I'll use the blue one first, and you can even do stenciling. Uh, so let's see if I can find something to do that's fun. I used the butterflies on one of these, and it might be in the other book in the background. It must have been in the other art book. Here's my bigger art book. Let me show you this real quick. Yes, Bambi is so cute. Margaret gifted me Bambi. But this was one that I did with Colleen, and I used the butterflies in the background with the ink pad and a stencil. And she's done with pencils and ink pads. And she was in that book. She was that we saw. And there was another one I did, and I like this book really well. I like the bigger book, but I wanted to get that Bambi since I got the Bambi book. And this was another ink technique I did on the background using those brushes. And this is another ink background that I did with those using the technique. So and this one was paper piecing, and I got this in the back of Jane's book. And this was our 4th of July page. And it turned out real cute. I like it. And we were just inspired with a picture off of the internet to get that to do that one. Okay, so let's do the ink technique, and I'll get this put over here. And let's see if I can find a stencil that I like. There's some stars, there's some bubbles, there's a lighthouse. This is the butterfly stencil I used, and I did the mirror image of it. This is a new one. I think Joe bought me that at Ollie's. He buys me stuff. He's always buying me stuff. So I could do something like with letters in the background. I think I'll do letters just to be different. Just to be different. It doesn't take me long to make up my mind. I'm easy to get along with. So put those back where they belong, and I'm going to do some of these letters this side. So you just I can see the markings of the girl, so I'm going to do the outline and the background, and I'm just going to do a few shades of blues and greens. So this is what I do with these, with the ink pads, and I love doing this. It just makes it so pretty. And then we'll use pencils when we do her. So we'll just do some random letters. Like that. See? Good, good. Okay. Once I get the background done, we'll have it made in the shade. Okay. I think that's good enough. Yeah, that's all it needed right there. So then I'm going to take the green and try to go around the back of the lettering. And you just have to, if you don't want to get this circle shape, you got to start in real light to get it on there so you don't have a shape. So we're just putting that in the background. And when you use a smaller notebook like this, it doesn't take as long to do a page like it does in the bigger book. It goes a lot faster. So you can see the edge. So, let's see. Chat's just a flying by. There's no way that I'm going to be able to read all that. I'll have to read it after I get off stream. So I'm so glad everybody's here, and I can't wait to get the pencils started. And we can always go back and if you want to add another shade to this, you can. And I do have some other ink colors that I might be able to blend in, but we'll see. We'll see how we do with her dress with the pencils, and see if we need any more background color. We can always go back and add another shade. So that's all of that we need. So now we get to use the pencils. All right. So I'm going to get to, her hair is in a dark shade, and it's a dark blue shades. So I'm going to use the darkest blues, and then the dress is a has blue greens. So let's pick out some colors that I think will look good for her hair and her dress. So we want to get off of these pages here. So we're going to go with some of these darker blues. And then I want this blue green for her dress. Get those so you can see what I've gotten. That'll be for the dress, and this will be for her hair. And I might even put a little bit of purple in there for her hair. And uh, and maybe a key limey green to highlight her dress. So we could start off with those shades, and then if we need, I could add some brown. I could get some brown in there. See what we got in the brown in her hair. Get a real dark brown. This is a dark chocolate. So we'll add a dark chocolate to her brown and her eyes, and maybe use some of these shade colors. And she's got pearls. She's clutching her pearls. So we'll definitely get some pearls on her. She's clutching her pearls. So this is where I go off on my own. And and I do this is Bethyism here. So we're going to do her hair, and I like to comb her hair out a little bit. Like that. And this is where the art becomes my art, and where I do my magical things. So I'm going to make some more colors. And these are ink tints, so I get to wet them. That's another good reason why I glued those pages together so that nothing bleeds through. So that's good. That. And then after we activate it, we can go back on top of it and do some more highlighting after it dries. And I know you can't really see. You're not going to be able to tell until after I get it water on it. And this one is more of a blue. Do a little bit of shading. This one says sea blue. Sea blue. And we're just filling in the white parts. And of course, I have to go 90 mph. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Janice. Brenda. Doretha. Hello, hello. So glad you're all here with me tonight. So I can't wait to get this done so I can wet it and show you how to activate it. And the pen that I used, I always try and make sure I have an archival ink pen so that when if you do put something wet on the pen, it doesn't smear and bleed out and smudge. Uh, so it's good to have archival ink pens. It's a tip. And I told Joe that he's got to go to the Dollar Tree view. You went to the Dollar Tree and bought a gold and silver ink pen, and she used them last night in her video, and they looked really good. So I'm gonna have to get Joe to pick me up a set. So here's another blue shade of blue, and I probably don't need this one, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. And I might use it again when we get finished uh, after I activate it. So she's got a blue tint to her hair. Okay. So I'm going to put a little rubber band around these guys in case I need them again. If I can find a rubber band. Here we go. I'm just going to put the blues together. And I've got my earth tone to do her face. So I'm going to activate at this much. So I'm going to I like to get a tissue of some sort. For my water brush. I don't know where I got all this from. Was that from putting all those pencils in there? Must have been. I got into this something. So I'm going to get a, a I've got a fan brush here. And you don't have to spend a lot of time when you do this. You don't spend a lot of time. You want to kind of do it, your strokes, and do it one good time. Isn't that going to be pretty? I love it. So there is her hair. That's one side. That's one side. I'll get it wet again. And I'll get a little brush to go back in and touch up. But there's her hair. I love it. So as you can see, it was just really 2 times. But I've got a little brush over here that a little round brush here that I can use just uh, to get these little spots. Because if you rub on it too much, you'll turn it to mud. And this is where I love the blending part. We're blending, we're blending. So I just did it the one time, and here we go. Like that. I love it. I love it. Now, after I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to work on her face. And the other pencils that I'm going to use for her face are the Faber-Castell pencils, and they're not ink pens. And then we're going to do her dress. Hi, Teresa. Okay. So the earth pencils, the earth tone, or the skin tone, they're skin tones. And so we're going to get a piece of paper back, and we're going to uh, put these down a swatch because they're not labeled, they're just numbered. These two are very similar. So we could choose what color we want to make her skin tone. And I will probably use a couple of them and blend and do some blending. And then these two are very similar. This is a peach, a kissed peach beige, and then this is a little bit suntanned. So, do you all have a preference on which color we want to make her skin? Should I number them? We've got one. Here's a pen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do y'all have a number preference on her skin tone? I'm kind of leaning towards 3 and maybe 8, 3 and 8 together to highlight. 3 or 5. Hi, Barry. You like the suntan? Janice likes the suntan. And I can still use maybe a 5 or a 2 to highlight. 6. 6. 6 has got one, 3's got one. Okay, 6 and 3 and suntan. I'll start with those. 3, 6, and 8. Okay, rest are going to that. I'm going to use these for our melatonin girl, our melatonin. So, and then I missed an a eyelid over here. And then we can pick the color for her, a color for her eyes. Hi, Steffi. She's still feeling puny. Heavens to Betsy. You've been sick for a month. So I'm going to use the suntan and start shading her in. And I'll start off with this, and then I'll use these other ones to help blend and do her eyebrows and stuff. She's got big eyes. I'm having fun. You guys having fun? You guys liking this? So, Barry's eating dinner. Oh boy. Now you can see the pencil sketches, but as I blend, when I blend in, you're going to see it'll fill in the other white areas. And I just kind of play this by ear, go around the edges to do some highlighting, and I'll do some highlighting under her neck. I have to go fast. It won't look right if I don't. And I'm not pushing down real hard. I'm not burnishing. I'm just letting the pencil do the shading, just real lightly going over it. Is Dee Dee still in here? Uh, I found my I found my lemurs in space picture when I this last week I found it. It if she's still here, I'll just let her see my lemurs in space. I did this the same day that she did it. I painted along with her back in December of 2018, December the 27th. So that's how long I've been doing this stuff. I started streaming in 2019, and this is in 2018, and it was with Dee Dee. And of course, you all know that she's my art hero. I know. Can't you? Can't you hear? You know what was the the what was the three planet? It was the TV show with that critter. Uh, but it's lemurs in space. Isn't that funny? Funny, funny. So anyway, let me get her face highlighted a little bit, and I'm going to go back with that first one, and we're going to put a little bit of brown in her hair, make it a rich color. But it'll by using this same shade in her hair, it pulls everything together and the color palette, and that's why it looks good. Can you tell the difference between this side and this side now? Yeah, it was the Muppets, Pigs in Space. Yes, that's where I got the lemurs in space. It was the Muppets. Love it. I love it. Want some more of it? Just makes it look good. And then I'll go down here and do her hands real quick. Okay. And then you can go back with the first one and go over top of the the darker brown and blend it in. And then we'll have to give her some lipsticks. And we'll give her some blush, some eyeshadow. Looking good. Okay. Oh wow. Barry had some tornadoes in his area the other day. That's too close. Did it? If it got down in the valley, it'd be bouncing back and forth. Hi, Joyce. Anybody else I missed? I'm probably missing people. Glad you're all here. And we could give her some other highlights if you want to. If we want to put something in her hair, a shiny or gold or metallic. Almost done with her. She's whimsical, but I love it. So let's work on her. Let's get something for her eyes. I'm just going to use my Posca pencils for her eyes. I'm going to green, make her with green eyes. And then I need another brown for her eyebrows. Good. And then I need a red for her lips. And I like to do two shades of red on her lippers. Customize her lipstick. And you can even go back in with a white and give a little bit of a highlight sometimes. And then we're going to do, let's do some blue for her eyelids. And then we'll get, we can go back to the ink pen and do her eyeliner. And eyelashes. Is that better, Sharon? I think it is. I'm getting better and better every time I do this. And we'll give her some little eyelashes. Like that. And you have to uh, be careful with your ink pens. If it's a ball, and you go over a waxy pencil, it'll pick up some of the wax and clog your pen. You're fine, Lynn. You're just fine, honey. No problem. I multitask all the time. I'll be watching somebody on my iPad and my phone at the same time. Hmm. Okay. Now I think we're ready for those green pencils. Here's the green pencils. And we're going to do we're going to do it like this. We're going to fly by the I don't know how I got that on there. It won't matter. You won't be able to see it when we get done. I'm going back to my ink tints pencils. And this is going to be the part of her dress. Like that. Little abstract. And it's going to move when I get it wet. It'll move. So I'm doing it kind of a sketchy. I'm doing it sketchy. And then we'll finish up with this. Uh, it's called sherbet lemon. Sherbet lemon. That's a yellowy, but it looks more key lime to me. But when you activate it, it'll look different than on this stick. So let's see how that works. And I can go back over it if it's not dark enough, or if I don't like it, I can still go back over top of this after I get it damp. So I'm going to use my round brush again for this one. And what did I do with my napkin? Here we go. So there we go. Here's the magic. Okay. She's looking good, isn't she? Thank you, Ellen. And I'm just scribbling the water on there and moving the pencils. Now, ink tint pencils, once you activate them and then they dry, it's permanent ink. supposedly it's permanent and it won't move after it dries. Whereas if you use a watercolor pencil, you can activate them with water, and when it dries, you can still activate it, move it around again with water. That's the difference between the two that I know of. And yeah, so I think that's it. What else does it need? Do it need anything else? Put the date on there. Put the date on there. Today's the 25th. I think that's the 25th. And then I have my handmade. Oh, the crown. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. I would have forgotten her crown. We'll make it out of paper. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what we can find. Do a crown. And we got to do her pearls. She's got to have pearls. And this is the panda fly pen that I love. And it does not like the waxy pencils. So let me try uh, using a little bit of paint. And I'll do dot dot dots. So I'm going to use, I think I might have a Q-tip down here that I've been using. But you could use, there it is. So what I'm going to do is use a Q-tip to make our pearls. And after they dry, I can go around them with a pen and do some shading on them. Just like that. Okay, we'll just let that dry. So here she is again. And and the butterfly, I'm going to try to put some wings on her. And I can use This one here looks like it's going to be a good one. We'll put some wings on her. Like that. Let's see how we're going to do it. There's one. We're going to put some on this side. There's her wings. Thank you, View. Did I get the melatonin? Did I get the melatonin down good? I think I did. I can still go over it a little bit more. Oh, we got to get her blush. So, I think she looks pretty good. She's a whimsical girl. So there's that. And then I'm going to get a black. And or this is a dark blue, and just do a little outlining, just a little. Like that. A little sketchy looking. And over the soulful, on her shirt. That looks good. Okay. good. How's that? I think that looks pretty good. And as soon as those pearls dry, I'm going to go around the pearls. There's her rosy cheeks. How do you get over your fear of horror? Things like horror movies. Does anyone like horror movies? I don't watch them. I don't like horror movies and I don't like fighting and killing movies. I won't watch them. Yeah. If you put in Hallmark movies, watch Hallmark movies, then you won't have nightmares. Lifetime movies are good too. Hallmark and Lifetime. Okay. So I did her rosy cheeks and I'm going to go around her pearls. And you can see um, I didn't do her face exactly like she did, but I did most everything like she did. It's not supposed to look just like hers. It's supposed to look like mine. So she's clutching her pearls. And I think that is good enough. I think that's good. Now, I think she's good. Now, you can do more on your page if you want to do some stamping and do different things in the background and stuff. Mark making. Let's see what I got over here. I've got this ink blob. What else have I got over here? I've got a row of something. Words. Oh, her crown. Let's do her crown. Okay. Let's find a piece of paper. How about a crown out of this? That would be festive. So it's going to be a little rectangle. And it's going to have some diamonds piece like that. And if it's too big, we can make it like that. There's her crown. And if you want to put, she's got little jewels on the top of her crown, and you can either draw those in, or you could use a hole punch and put some on the top of her crown. And we can use this page for some hole punches. I got some already in there. So this is a heart punch, and I'm just going to punch out about a row of these, and I only need about 4 or 5 of them. But I punch a bunch of those out, and these are going to be on top of her crown. And I'll show you how to put them on. So I'm going to take and we'll put some glue on the top of her crown like that. And I'm going to put these little hearts up there on top. And I don't know that they're going to be big enough to see, but we will see if we like them. We will see. They're a little fiddly, but we're going to persevere till we get it. We'll persevere right there. Okay. There. So you can see the hearts on her crown. Come on. Almost. So you see the little hearts on top of her crown, and we could put that on her head. Like that. I think I'll trim it. How's that? So I'm going to glue this down. Little whimsical crown. Okay. It didn't want to stay, but we'll try it. We'll try to get it on there. So, how's that? With your little crown. And I can take my pencil and I can outline the crown. And got some markings on the crown. Like that. We could add some gold paint to it. Hi, Jessie. Hi, sweetie pie. Okay, so what I was going to do with this, I'm going to use the green ink. And this is really perfect for her, but you're not going to be able to, I'm not going to put it all on there, but it says, a princess is what you were meant to be, 'cause being sweet comes naturally. And we're just going to put hints of a princess on here. Little words. A princess. Uh, all over the page. A little something t'other. Just like that. And she's done. And she is done. How about that? Okay. So I'm going to take a picture and I'll post it in the group. Let's go with edit. And how do I get my picture on there? I don't know. Facebook did some changes. They've done some changes. So I'll just take a new one. Uh, gallery. Okay, we'll just take a picture of it. Hi, Candy. So let's go back over to my Facebook and pick this one. And next. And post. So she's in there now. Hi, Carol. How do you do? So I'm gonna leave her done. That's it. And she's dry. She's dry. And her hearts aren't gonna stay on her crown like I want them to. There. Get up there and stay. There. Okay, I'm going to put this over and let it dry. That's all we're going to do to that one. And see what else we can get into. Did Esther come in? Was Esther in here tonight? She might have gone to eat. So let's put up some of my pencils that I had out. These are my Derwent. So they go into the Derwent case. This is a Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell. That's a Derwent. And I think one is on the floor. So these go over here. And then these go back in the suitcase. So these are going to go into the green section. See how I can do this. Okay, Brenda, give her a try. You're good. You do good. Nice work, Brenda. I like your work. So here's those. And then these are the blue ones. See how that pans out. So, okay. I will get back online and see if I can find some more of those ink tint pencils and order some red, orange, and yellow ones and purple and pinks. So I think I'm going to cut out early tonight, and I love everything we did. We had a lot of fun looking through our books, and so you guys have a great rest of the weekend, and I will be back Tuesday. And I think Tuesday we're going to use we're going to do something out of the sticker book. We're going to do this birds, and we're going to pick a page out of this for Tuesday, and do sticker art and cut it out, and then make a page out of it uh, with Colleen on Tuesday. So I'll leave that one out. So thank you all for hanging out with me. I've enjoyed every one of you, and I will see you in the chat room somewhere else. No doubt about it. So thanks, everybody. Good night.